Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another character spotlight video for today, this Saturday. Of course, this Saturday spotlight is going to be on the Governor from the Walking Dead television series. So, have, of course, the Governor season with me right here, Season 3 on DVD, of course, and this is his big season. I mean, yeah, Season 4 was, kind of the rest of his story when he returned for like 3 more episodes, but really, in retrospect, this is his season right here, Season 3, one of the best seasons of The Walking Dead, still in my opinion, and this is his season. This is the season where the Governor really gets a lot of screen time, and we really get to know his characters. So, of course, write your comments in the comment section below. Whoever suggests the next character spotlight video for next week is going to get a shout out in next week's character spotlight video. I will pick the first one. So whoever suggests the next character spotlight video, you're going to get a shout out from me in next week's video. So of course, comment quickly because I don't know how many people are going to comment. But for this week, of course, shout out's going to go to Epic Zombie Killer for suggesting this one. He suggested another one a few weeks back. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this one right here, which is the Governor character spotlight. Now, I do also have the Governor action figure, but his head broke off, and it's basically just like resting on top of the head. McFarlane figures are they're really not that great, to be honest, when it comes to, just the quality of the figure. They break easily, I mean, I've broken like 3 of the figures that you see here. Like, they don't look broken, but some of them are. Like, Abraham's leg came off, and like the Governor's head came off as soon as I tried to switch the heads. So, and I think there's another one somewhere over here that's broken, but yeah, it's actually crazy. So, McFarlane figures, just before we get into the character spotlight, McFarlane 5-inch action figures are probably done, and I'm super upset about that if you couldn't tell, and I really am, because I'm starting to realize that, yeah, McFarlane's probably done with Walking Dead, and that's really unfortunate, to be honest. So, the Governor, of course, was introduced in Season 3, Episode 3. Of course, we get to see that he seems to be a pretty good guy. He even says, when they rescue Michonne and Andrea, well, I mean, they do, but I mean, it comes to the price, really. So, Merle, of course, is there as well, which you can't forget that. I mean, I love Merle. So, the Governor basically welcomes them to Woodbury. Welcome to Woodbury, and we get to see that it's a pretty decent setup, actually. It's probably nicer than the prison, because he's really decorated it, A prison's just a prison. I mean, you can decorate it, sure, but it's just a prison at the end of the day. So, even though the prison was an iconic location, I think the Governor wins in terms of what place was better, Woodbury or, the prison. Because it's a prison, really. So, anyway, we have that, of course, and, we kind of, they make it seem like he's a good guy at first, and then, of course, when he kills the military near the end of the episode, we're like, oh, that's right, yeah, because I read the comics, it's like, oh, yeah, he's a bad guy, oh, okay. So, because they kind of, it makes you think for a minute, it's like, well, man, are they changing it from the comic book series version and making him a good guy in the TV show, and then you see the military scene where they kill all the military people, and it's like, oh, no, never mind. So, but I personally saw the show before the comic, but I feel like if I read the comics before the show, I would kind of think like, man, are they making the Governor a good guy in the TV show? At least there for a little while during his first episode, yeah, they definitely made it seem like he was a good guy. I thought he was a good guy until he killed all the military people, so yeah, so of course, we get the fish tanks, we get Andrea and him, who kind of start the relationship, we get the fights and all that kind of stuff with Merle versus Martinez, and of course, all the stuff in Woodbury, of course, when Michonne leaves and then Merle chases after her, and of course, we have the mid-season finale rolling up where they capture Maggie and Glenn. The Governor tries to, get information out of both of them, almost does something pretty dark with Maggie, but of course does not. So, and I'm not going to go into that too much, but yeah, so there is that. Now, I also really like how the Governor, he really did create a good life for all his people, and then of course when Rick and the others come in, he loses hope after Michonne kills his daughter and loses his eye. That's when he really just, becomes crazy. So, we have the fight between Daryl and Merle, of course, they both escape, thanks to Rick and Maggie, shooting up the town, of course, and, of course, they all get out of there. Now there's the threat. Andrea finds out that Rick and the others are living there, and the Governor doesn't care. He actually doesn't care if all of them leave, which, for sure is, he doesn't really care anymore. So, first thing he does is goes to the prison and tries to kill everyone. only kills Axel, of course, and, kind of, decides to retreat. So, of course, we get, all the walkers that he kind of brings into the prison, of course. So the prison, front yard or whatever is just flooded with walkers thanks to the governor. And we have the attack scene, of course, where Martinez is shooting at Rick and, Axel gets killed and all that stuff. Really, really good episode there. I think that was like Home, right? Season 3, episode 10, or episode 11, somewhere around that time. And then, of course, we have the governor who puts on the eye patch. We have Tyrese's group who comes in, Milton and all that kind of stuff who takes them back. Andrea that goes to the prison, of course, and wants the Rick and the governor to talk. And then, of course, when they do talk, they can't come to terms, which I did like, too, how Daryl and Martinez, I almost feel like Martinez and Daryl, if Martinez was leading Woodbury, I feel like they might have actually been able to work together, but because you have the crazy governor in the mix, they can't come to terms. So, of course, they make the deal for Michonne, and then Andrea tries to leave once she finds out. Governor goes after her, and I really do like, too, how he's dragging, like, when she goes into that shop or whatever, and the governor's like trying to, he's chasing her, right? And Andrea's hiding from it, and he's dragging the shovel on the floor or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, oh, you were so crazy, bro. So anyway, we have that, of course. Andrea hiding, of course. He takes her back, of course, just when she gets to the prison, and of course he kills Milton, and Milton turns and all that kind of stuff. So then, of course, when they go to the deal, of course, 2 days after the meeting between the governor and Rick, Merle shows up with tons of zombies, and of course, they have a bit of a fight. The governor, takes off 2 of Merle's fingers, of course, spits them out. I'm like, oh my god. And then, of course, I am not gonna beg. I ain't begging you. And he's like, no, and he shoots Merle, of course, not on screen, of course. So, yeah, we have that, of course, and then the governor's super mad after Merle killing tons of his people, basically gathers all the fighters that Woodbury can really spare. And remember, they killed 8 men back there. We're going to end this, once and for all. So they go there, and they're all gone, basically. And then Maggie, and Glenn chase them out of there. And the governor's super mad and wants to go back and fight. And, all of the Woodbury people basically don't want to. So the governor loses it and shoots basically all his fighters. Basically, like, over half of Woodbury is killed at that moment by the governor because he's so darn crazy. So, leaving Shumpert and Shumpert, I don't know what his name is, and then, of course, Martinez alive. So, they, of course, leave. We don't see what happens, of course, until the governor returns in episode 6. And we have Tara, we have the little girl, Megan, and what's the other, what's the other lady's name or whatever? Oh my god, what's her name? Tara's sister. I forget. I'm sorry. But anyway, we have that, of course, and they're at the apartment building or whatever. The governor kind of, makes a new name or whatever, which is, what's his name? Brian, right? That's his name, Brian. So he, of course, decides that he's going to, be, kind of this new guy. He doesn't want to be the governor anymore. And, of course, over time, when he meets up with, Martinez's camp, kind of has to become the governor again, when he kills Martinez or, takes over the group or whatever. And then, of course, once he takes over the group from Martinez, then he sees the prison. He's like, oh, perfect timing. Let's go take the prison. So then, of course, we have Too Far Gone, where he captures the governor Michonne, and that's when it really happens, when they try to take over the prison, kills Herschel, and of course just storms the gates, kill them all, and I like how the military guy too, he's like, that's right, move it, and they all, they basically, I like how he's like, fix the damn fences, and they go through, of course, the gates, and we have the whole shootout thing that happens, and then the final fight between Rick and the governor, when, of course, as soon as Rick is about to get killed, Michonne comes to his rescue and kills the governor. So, yeah, episode 3 of season 3 all the way to episode 8 of season 4 is the governor's runtime, and I really enjoyed his character. I really do think he's still one of the best villains we've ever gotten for the series, and I do miss seeing him in the series. So, write your comments in the comment section below. Of course, Epic Zombie Killer suggested this one, so of course, go subscribe to Epic Zombie Killer right now, and of course, next week we're going to get to see, who knows what we're going to do next week for Character Spotlight. Really depends on, whoever comments first. So, comment fast and I will pick you, if you're the first comment and the first Character Spotlight suggestion, I will pick you for the next video. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for a Let's Chit Chat.